This reaction is brought to you by my $5 or more supporters at coffee.com/AlexHeitz. I'd like to thank Andreas Glacial, Steph Newtown, Mark Ventura, me Ash Gearfox, and Cole Alexander for sponsoring this video, supporting me, my family, the channel. I appreciate it immensely, and I hope you all enjoy this reaction. Well, here we are, part 2 of the Jeff Buckley album that we are doing. So what was it? 3 months ago, 3 weeks ago, 4 weeks ago? I don't quite remember. I released, June 8th is when it was. So, it was, yeah, like 4 weeks when this is coming out, been a month. Took a vacation to Disneyland, so it kind of threw off the schedule a little bit, but I had a great time. It was a lot of fun. And now we're back with part 2 of this album. I have not been doing a whole lot of listening to the tracks that I had already reacted to, for a handful of reasons. A, we went on the road trip, so that kind of like threw off me re-listening to music and like my listening schedule. And also I've just been like super into, I mean, ever since I listened to him, been super into Elliott Smith, and I've been going through the Grand Mall, bootleg, which is like, how long is this thing? 430 minutes, basically, of unreleased material and alternative versions and instrumentals, and it is like mind-blowingly good stuff. I'll probably do a video about it at some point in the future, like letting Elliott Smith fans know, hey, there's like a whole catalog of great unreleased material back there. But we're talking about a different singer-songwriter today. Part of the discussion is, would Jeff Buckley have been as great? Well, I mean, I would say he was as great as a Nick Drake or an Elliott Smith, but like, did he have the potential to be the greatest singer-songwriter of all time? I don't know, but we're gonna truck forward with more of this album here today. For those who don't know, I do unedited reactions at coffee.com/AlexHeitz. For $5 a month, you can get access to the entire unedited album reaction catalog dating back to April 2021. That's Modest Mouse going forward in our discography lineup. Access to all of those album reactions unedited at your viewing pleasure and discretion. You can also hop in at the $1 per month level, which gets you access to voting in polls that we do every 2 to 4 albums. Breaks up the monotony of going through like these full artist binges and what have you. We do those every 2 to 4 albums or so. So if you'd like to support the channel, that'd be the place to do it. Also, got to shout out NordVPN, link in the description for that. Have an affiliate link down there. Been using them for years. Great speeds, great prices, servers all over the place. You know, everyone needs a VPN for one reason or another these days. So if you are in need of one, highly recommend NordVPN in the description. My Sweetheart the Drunk, part 2. We are on the second disc. My good friend Mojo Pin, who I revealed the identity of last time, has requested that I include 2 extra tracks that I believe he said were on the Japanese release. So we will be doing the normal 10 tracks on the second disc, as well as Thousandfold and Gunshot Glitter. And as per usual, he's told me a bunch of things and made predictions about which tracks will be my favorite, and I've forgotten all of those chat messages that we had, so I'll be running blind here. We have like alternate mixes or recordings or whatever of Nightmares by the Sea and New Year's Prayer. Love Nightmares by the Sea. New Year's Prayer was pretty strong too. Witch's Rave is probably my favorite track from the first half of this album. Skies of Landfall is really cool, but like Opened Once, Nightmares by the Sea, and Witch's Rave are just kind of real nice. Morning Theft, fantastic too. Really cool stuff, and like I said in that video, really cool to see like the possibility of like where he could have been going next, because he's pulling from genres that were definitely not present on Grace. So, and it's kind of like with Elliott Smith, like a lot of people, you know, they kind of linger in the self-titled or either or era, and because they like it to be like one guy with an acoustic guitar and maybe a snare drum. But once you get into like EXO and Figure Eight, Basement on a Hill, and all the other unreleased tracks he was tinkering with, it's like the dude was all 4 Beatles in one, as far as like composing great pop songs with genius structures and really big, like larger than life instrumentation, orchestration, all that. And like you can definitely see that potential with Jeff as well. And so I'm curious to see like if there's more here that is uh, pushing the envelope genre wise. I think there might be a few demos on here. I was told that the second disc is probably not going to be as good as the first to me, a little rougher maybe. So I don't know, but I think without any further ado, we're just going to go ahead and hop right on in with Nightmares by the Sea. Again, don't know if this is a re-recording, a different mix, demo, but we'll see. Let's listen. So I looked up our messages. Basically, that is the exact same song, just mixed by Tom Verlaine instead of Andy Wallace. And he said they're like basically indistinguishable. And I'm like, yeah, that's actually kind of true, actually. Like if I listen to those like back to back, maybe I could like pick it out. But like if it's just the mix, then like yeah, why include that again? It was almost like the nostalgia, the two different versions of nostalgia off of the Fan and the Bellows. It's like why did you do that? Fine, fine. Okay, New Year's Prayer, another version here. Is this also? Yeah, this looks like it might also be like the Tom Verlaine version. Is Andy Wallace? Yeah, Andy Wallace mixed tracks 1 through 9 on the first one. Okay, interesting. Gotcha. So, this will probably be just like New Year's Prayer again. Won't be able to tell any difference, but let's listen.
No shame for what you were, as an arrow in your brow. Behind your electric chair.
That one also seemed pretty similar, maybe slightly different. I don't know. I haven't listened to that one or re-listened to that one a bunch, so it's hard to tell. But it felt maybe slightly different, maybe more vocal quirks in there, but still pretty much the same thing. So yeah, tracks in so far, and nothing is happening. All right. Haven't you heard? This is something that we haven't heard.
Your wish is my command.
Have you heard this talk about eye contact? Gonna be the downfall of this town. Paranoia will ride the world prayer. Makes you falling in fear.
Man, it seemed like he was really, because I want to say Sky as a Landfill kind of had this vibe too. Like, really pushing forward these, like, very unique, not dissonant, very unique chord structures and rhythms, and like hanging on like chords longer than you would expect to. Just really kind of putting you on, like, you know, off footing a little bit as you're listening, because it's like crazy. It's all over the place, man, but it's cool. I like it. I know we could be so happy, baby, if we wanted to be. I think this is probably might be the first song that's so long. The title is so long. It has to be 3 lines of text below the image here. I don't know. Let's see.
Never forget two cripples dancing to the echoes of one last look at the wonder, one last look at the wonder. Over the past you once knew, some of love becomes you. Oh, so not with you, but of you. I loved you. Be so happy, baby, if we wanted to be. We're separate beds in life, beds in life. You'd be so happy, baby, if we wanted to be.
Okay. So, like, the only percussion was kind of like a muted string strum happening hard pan to the left. And like, what a like disorienting song to listen to in that way. But that's mostly like the mixing, I feel. Again, more of the like interesting chord work. And he also shared with me, was it called Tongue? Yeah, Tongue. It was like a live performance from Montana Studios in '96 from the Grace EP. Really cool to hear him toy with these different chord rhythms, chord structures. It's more it's like a more mature direction than Grace, which was already a pretty mature place to start, but like it's definitely getting more artistic, more bold, certainly harder to swallow on first listen, that's for sure. It's not even dense, it's just left field. It's like you weren't quite expecting this just from listening to Grace, it being the thing that comes next, you know? Anyway, let's keep going. Murder, suicide, meteor slave. So much can happen between the breast of passenger and slave, but a meteor slave.
Would you like to meet over moon? Fire burning. Someone has to pay for the damage done. Oh, you're a family splinter. Stars to revolve around me. Oh, it's not long for you.
Happy. Happy.
It's like if Captain Beefheart covered My Bloody Valentine. That's what it is. I won't lie, that was super compelling and entertaining. Like, there were like moments of like clarity, like you could hear like chords kind of going somewhere, and then like he would just say something really weird, or like I don't know, for a while it felt like three songs playing at the same time over each other. I have never really heard anything quite like that before. Like one of the most tonally like whiplash kind of musical experiences I've ever had right there in the last 6 minutes. Okay. That was really cool. I could never make anything like that. Back in N.Y.C, this one's actually like 7.5 minutes long.
I see faces and traces of home.
You think I'd learned my lesson? Like, hey, you're gonna hit next on the track, and you're gonna hear the next track, and you're not gonna be ready for what it's gonna sound like. But I keep thinking, like, oh, back in N.Y.C, it's gonna be like a nice sparse, it's gonna sound like N.Y.C by Interpol, which means it's gonna be a nice, like, opened once, dreamy guitar chord strummy thing. Nope, it's a cover of a Genesis song, apparently. Raping Hearts, I don't know. Phil Collins, Peter Gabriel, what can you do? All of the talk about like crazy chords aside, this production is nuts too. Who mixed this one? Michael J. Klaus, apparently. I don't know. It's hard to keep track of who does what where because it's all over the place. But like, really interesting sounds and tones that you never would think from listening to Grace that Jeff would like flirt with at any point in his life. But that had like industrial elements to it. That was crazy, dude. Wow. Okay. I mean, I can't deny that this is really entertaining and interesting. Certainly not the tracks I would come back to for Jeff, but as you do. Demon John, this one apparently is also bananas.
So farewell, winning smile. What do you hope to win? Don't enjoy. No time the boy cannot belong. Why did you come here? Is it to excavate? Slaughter like daughter devils. Then you were introduced to Demon John. When you go down slow. Oh, wait. You cannot escape the bar. You run through your life to those who walk by. Follow me, dear, past cascades of rage and fear. You call by the light of the sun. Murder call, never get yourself together. And travels to please, I pretend all memory is stolen. All this harvest cotton for wedding clothes they'll never wear. Marching on the roads, Demon John. Take him with you when you go.
My gosh, man. So it's not like the craziest thing I've ever heard, but like talking about like the tonal whiplash of Murder, Suicide, Meteor, Slave. This also had the thing of just like you don't have any idea what's coming next. And it's always like surprising you. It's not like absolutely insane. It is grounded just enough that you're like, okay, I'm kind of in the groove of the song. Oh, nope, something weird happened. And man, just like that, you can tell that it's like undiluted, just concentrated, distilled weirdness from his head. It's kind of like comical actually, like to hear that because it's just like, what the hell is going on? All right, Your Flesh is So Nice. 10 out of 10 title, I gotta say.
I wanna tell you a story, stick the thick of my pussy, and as across the street, kitty, that's your soul. Your flesh is nice. Let me take a bite. You're the only one I follow. Come on, let me get this. Your flesh is nice. Your flesh is so. Your flesh is so. Your flesh is so. Oh, your flesh is so nice. 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 Your flesh is so.
That was a little silly. And a little raunchy, Jeff. Go back to church. I'm still though, like even the insane tracks, they're just really entertaining. They're like unique enough where you're like, what are you doing, dude? Man, it's like I genuinely wonder, because like people talk about like what was gonna be the track listing for From a Basement on the Hill, Elliott Smith's last album, because he apparently wanted it to be like a double album, kind of like Beatles' White Album or something like that. And I've actually looked to go see like what is the like intended track listing he was flirting with, and it seems better than what it ended up being. But like My Sweetheart the Drunk, what was the track list he was flirting with? Does anyone know? Like what was he intending to be on the album? Because if any of these last four were, I would be stunned. Oh man. Okay, we have 4 tracks left. Let's keep going. Jewel Box.
You're a woman by the way you burn below. Closer, my bonfire holds it hard like stone. I use my life unknown. Friends from the pavement where the broken glass had been. This car speeding towards the end. Like thieves to lies illusion, a shine forgotten here. Jewel box left some stars in my belly. Thomas hide in the red crushed velvet folds. Intention like emeralds I stole. I think I ought to know. Still lies illusion, shine forgotten here. Cool, but left some stars in my belly. You left some.
Very good. I love that. I want to make like a video talking about this one thing in particular at some point, but I'll mention it here. I have a fondness for a certain type of song, and I really don't know how to describe what type or like what the connecting thread is of these types of songs. Songs like Dagger by Slowdive, Spoiled by Sebadoh, gosh, I just like this one in particular. Let me actually look on my Spotify because I feel like I came across one of these pretty recently. But it's a type of like really I feel like Elliott Smith may have had one. Sometimes by My Bloody Valentine, I guess could fit that bill a little bit. It's kind of like it's typically like an acoustic guitar or something like that. I feel like Daniel Johnson, whatever his name was, had a fair amount of tracks like this too. They kind of have like a ballady kind of feel, but they're very bittersweet. The chord shapes are usually a little bit different than what you may expect. Like Dagger by Slowdive has kind of very basic chords, but they're just altered slightly to give it that kind of off feeling. Car Seat Headrest might have a few tracks as well. Man, this is driving me crazy. I just had one. They're spoiled on the list. Yeah, but like I want to make a video talking specifically about those types of songs because I want to find more of them. I find them very special when it's like just, a very earnest simple guitar song. It's not even really a ballad because there's like a hurt in it or like an urgency. It's not necessarily slow. I don't know, hard to describe, but love Jewel Box. That was a fantastic track. Satisfied Mind, the last one on the main album.
If I had money, one rich man in town with a satisfied mind. Money can't buy back the wealthiest person with a satisfied mind. One thing's for certain, mine, satisfied.
That's cool. A little bit of like a maybe like a bluesy kind of thing going on there. I don't know if that's a demo or not, but I like that it kind of sounded like one. Kind of just like set up a recorder in like a room, kind of had that acoustic quality to it. Not bad. Cool lyrics too. That's more the Jeff I'm used to and where I could see him going in the future, but man, those 4 tracks I'm still kind of reeling from. All right, so that's technically the main section done. We're going into the extra tracks now. Next one will be Thousandfold. I was told that it has a very simple melody, and it seems like Jeff is mostly just feeling out potential lyrics phonetically. It could have evolved into a really beautiful, serene song, however. So let's check it out.
Contact with all the thought of no how to think how is that song dying to start on that bright you always should have known. What have brought the question?
That was sick. Man, he was really pushing alt rock in like a different direction. Like I know that everyone says that like OK Computer is like the pinnacle of alt rock, which in a lot of ways it is, but it's like it's also pulling from some art rock principles, also some like occasional electronics, some space rock revival in there too. But when it comes to this stuff, like it's like I can't even like necessarily compare it to because like I made the joke about how Nightmares by the Sea is like him ripping off The Cure, and then Witch's Rave is him ripping off any jangle pop band, whatever. But like he's definitely like pushing rock in a really fascinating direction that I would say maybe only like Pavement was toying with, and they just kind of I don't know. They did like half normal alt rock, indie rock tracks, and then half like really quirky, obscure ones. I don't know. There's something different about this though. It hits different. Okay, last one is Gunshot Glitter, and Mojo Pin 1983 said it had a lot of potential and it sounds unlike anything he had written previously. He thinks I might really like it. Let's see.
You resist the bad bliss. Virgin party was mutual.
see out of the skies. Wanna be your lover. Lipstick. You're paranoid. The sky. So it just be your lover. Lipstick my name. The parting was mutual. The moment I became a paranoid politician, diva.
It's really interesting because like when you think of like Loveless by My Bloody Valentine and like that kind of shoegaze where it's like there is the like fuzzy wall of sound, but also like sounds are getting like distorted into other frequencies and kind of lost. And so like the more you listen to Loveless, the more you're like, hey, I didn't even realize that melody was happening in the background. This kind of does the same thing, and there's a few other tracks on here, like maybe like Demon John, that also kind of toy with this. Back in the N.Y.C. possibly did this too. I can't recall. Where like whatever effects are going on the guitar, like make it hard to tell what's being played. But it's not extremely wall of sound. It's like very dissonant. It has maybe like a bit of a post-punk element to it. It's kind of thin. And the production and the mixing on this is wild. Like I've never heard anything quite like it. It's kind of bizarre. Yeah, that is Sketches for My Sweetheart the Drunk complete. Fantastic. I guess you could say compilation. I don't know, because like I said, I don't know how close this is to the track listing that he was maybe intending. Hard to tell. You guys can let me know. But like, there's definitely like enough material on here to be like, you know, this could have made a really solid like 8 to 10 track album. Like I would definitely not have any problems with Sky's a Landfill, Everybody Here Wants You, Nightmares by the Sea, Witch's Rave, New Year's Prayer, Morning Theft, You and I, and then Jewel Box I think was quite nice. That would have been great on there. This last one was interesting. Satisfied Mind was pretty cool. I could see that fitting on a second album too. Yeah, tons of potential. Really, really tragic that he passed before he was able to see this one through. But lots of really, really strong stuff here. And like I said, he was doing things that I really haven't heard before. Even though like sonically it doesn't sound that out of the box. It's just he was pushing some the broader strokes, you know, tonally of what you're doing with music. It's not just, do I use a trumpet or not? Do I use a saxophone or not? Do I put distortion on my guitar? It's broader things than that, like the zeitgeist of the 90s, where alt rock was, where Jeff was pulling inspiration from. I mean, it's the same things you can say with Elliott Smith, although I will say Jeff Buckley probably had more of an impact on alt rock than Elliott Smith did. But Elliott Smith, I think, is more beloved in the indie circles than Jeff is, because I think Jeff kind of had a little bit more notoriety. I don't know, hard to say. And I don't want to keep comparing the two. It's just there's a lot of similarities between their lives, as far as being like auteur singer-songwriters who knew basically like all the instruments, and could like, I don't know, did Jeff mix and produce his own stuff at all? Let me look back on Grace real quick. He produced So Real. Andy Wallace kind of produced the rest. I don't know, does Jeff do drums at all? Has he ever toyed with drums, or has he just kind of been whatever else? He did harmonium, organ, and dulcimer on Grace. Yeah, I don't know. It's really tragic that he was both him and Elliott taken way too early, and Nick Drake, man, the best singer-songwriter's gone too early. But yeah, glad to have rounded that out. I don't know if I'll be doing any more Jeff in the future. I know there's some archival releases. There is the Legacy edition of Live at the Cine Sign. I don't remember how to say it. That actually like bumps it up to like a pretty long thing. I was just talking with Mojo Pin about this. Because it started, I believe, as it wasn't it was an EP in '93 that was 26 minutes long, and I think it was kind of just meant to be like a promotional release. And then the Legacy edition bumped it up to like a pretty notable length. How long is it on Spotify? 2.5 hours. Nuts, dude. So yeah, there might be more Jeff at some point in the future. Don't know. Maybe like some song reactions here and there. I don't know how much is left of his music that I haven't covered that's like worthwhile. But anyway, that's it. Solid album. Really excited to listen to some of these tracks, and I'll get back to you guys with a follow-up in the future. Anyway, that is all. Thank you all so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed this video. Things to plug, of course, yet again, coffee.com/AlexHeitz. $5 a month access to unedited reactions, of which this is one. $1 a month access to voting in polls that we do every 2 to 4 albums, to do the miscellaneous albums and stuff. Also got to plug the Discord. Link in the description for that. Got about just under 200 members over there. Not as active as it used to be, but like if you want to get like I'll post album reactions unlisted before they go up on Saturdays. You can get access to those on there. We'll post Topster charts and, you know, just little things here and there, and I'll update people on when I go live on live streams and all that. So if you want to join the community of me, that is where it is in the description. All right, that is it, everybody. Jeff Buckley is done. Next thing we're going through is the rest of My Bloody Valentine. Very excited for that. I did a live re-listen of Loveless recently. That is on the channel. You can go watch that. Fantastic album. Loved re-listening to that. Very eager to see what early and late MBV are like now. I know they kind of came from a more noisy, possibly post-punk place in the 80s. And then their return was that 2013? Let me look real quick. And I don't know if they've done much really since then, right? It was 2013. Yep. Shoegaze, Dream Pop, same thing. Kevin is here. I don't know who is and who isn't on the different albums. They also recorded that from 96 to 2012, but are they still touring? Are they just touring all of their stuff? Are they working on anything new? I don't know. Anyway, that's all I got, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video. Yeah, we're trucking forward with the FL Studio and album reaction live streams too. Still trying to get out these individual song reactions clipped from my donation streams earlier in the year. Hopefully those should keep coming out at a decent schedule. I've been kind of busy lately, so they might stop for a bit. But anyway, that is all I got. Good to see you all again. Hope you enjoyed this video. Excited to get into MBV next. And until next time, take care, fare thee well, and Godspeed.